Hello, it's Dan Bunker here from United Learning's EdTech team, and I'm taking a look at forms. I'm going to start by going to office.com and logging in and then navigating to my forms area. I'm going to start a new quiz, and a quiz allows me to set points as answers and to give feedback on both correct and incorrect answers. I'm going to start by titling my quiz. This is going to be a simple 6 times table quiz. So I put in a title, I can enter description, I can add a background picture if I so wish. I'm going to start now building my quiz, and the first field I want to add to my quiz is a text field to collect the pupils' names, because children aren't using Office 365 accounts for this. I'm going to make that a required question. By toggling the required option, it means they can't skip past the question. Now, they don't get any points for putting your name in, but in perhaps the next question, I will add some points. So I'm going to add a new question. This one's going to be a choice question, and I'm going to ask them 3 multiplied by 6. And I'm now going to set a series of options for the answer. And I add more options as I need them. Now at this point, I can designate what is the correct answer. So this means at the end of the quiz, when they submit it, they'll be able to view their results and see which answers they got correct and which answers they got incorrect. So 18 is the correct answer. Now I could give feedback on all of these, but what I particularly want to give some feedback on is trying to address this answer here if they put 9 down, because what I think they've done is add rather than multiply. So I'm going to give them some feedback if they choose 9 as the answer. I click on the little speech bubble and I'm going to say, you have added instead of multiplying. So when they review their results, they will see where they went wrong with that particular question. For this one, I'm going to allocate 1 point for a correct answer. Now I'm just going to add one more question for now. Most of the time you'll be using either choice or text fields. Text is useful particularly for gathering pupils' writing. You might have a very short quiz that simply asks pupils to improve some sentences or write the first verse of a poem. There are other question types such as self-rating, date answers, and Likert, where you might want to put a range of a scale like agree, strongly agree or strongly disagree, and some statements down the side. I'm going to choose a text question for my final demonstration question here. I'm going to stick with the 6 times table theme. Now this time, because it's a text one, I want to add the correct answer. And that correct answer, as we know, is 30. I can, at this point, click on the 3 dots associated with this question for some more settings. Because I haven't done this as multiple choice, I've done it as a text field. I don't want them to write anything other than a number. So if I click on the more settings for the question, I'm going to add a restriction which restricts them to number answers only, so they can't type in the word 30. They've actually got to use the numerals. So let's say I've kept adding questions, I've built up my quiz till it's at a point where I'm ready to share it with the pupils. I now need to go to the share button, click on share and choose the right level of sharing. And because these children haven't got Office 365 accounts, I need anyone with the link can respond. I can copy that as a link and put that in my Sway or wherever I want to distribute it to children, or I might want to use the embed tool where I copy the code and paste that code into my Sway so the form appears automatically in the line of the Sway. So we've seen how we can build up our quizzes using a variety of questions, adding restrictions if we need to, making sure questions are required if we don't want them to skip, and always remembering to put in that data collection field at the beginning of our quiz.